High school softball action is on the air. We have Albert Lea softball against Northfield. In fact, Northfield is undefeated in Big Nine play with a 10-0 conference record. They're 17-2 overall, and probably going to be the number one seed when it gets to section play. But Albert Lea is 1-9, actually not in last place. Austin is 0-11 and in last place. The Packers actually 0-18 overall, so 0 for the season for them. Whereas Albert Lea is 4-13, tied basically with Faribault at the bottom there, one step ahead of Austin. Section play, like we said, starts Tuesday for Albert Lea. Section 1, Class 3A. They just haven't seeded anybody just yet. We do know that they will play Tuesday, and then it's a double elimination, so they'll play again on Thursday of next week. We just don't know against whom and where. So once they fill in those blanks, we'll let you know. Again, sponsors, our sports boosters, we appreciate all they do for us. Couldn't do these games without them. That includes Geneva Lumber Company, Thompson Sanitation, Albert Lea Seedhouse Garden Center, On the Spot Appliance Service, Mapleton Marine, as well as special thanks to T&W Towing, Northbridge Mall, Derek's Preferred Auto, Freeborn County Solid Waste, Becker Auto and RV, and Hayward as well. All right. Head coach Derek Fleek of the Albert Lea Tigers softball team is here, and we're finally wrapping up the regular season. How's everything going? You got the last game of the regular season here against Northfield, and then you got to gear up for the sections right away, huh?
Yep. Last game of the year is against conference champs. Northfield won the conference with the record, so they're a good team. So it'll be quite a showing for them to let us see what the girls can do.
Now, do you think they're probably not going to throw their number one pitcher if they got to do it in the sections, right?
I guess we'll probably see her. I think they'll throw her, but they got another pitcher that's just a little below her, so they got two good pitchers, so it probably doesn't really matter.
Either way, you got your work cut out for you, but that's good. That's why they play the games, though, and then we'll see. They haven't announced the pairings yet for Section 1, Class 3A. That's the one you're in because, of course, people are still finishing up the regular season here, but we do know you will play Tuesday, first round game of the double elimination tournament, and it'll be at 4 o'clock. We just don't know who you're playing or where.
Yep, I haven't got any info on that yet. And then I think we played on June 3rd would be in Austin, would be the second round.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So all you need is to get a spark and get on a little bit of a winning streak, and you can do some things, can't you?
Yeah, the girls just got to be confident and start hitting the ball. We had a couple hits against Owatonna there, which was a good game until they had one hitter that hit 2 home runs that kind of got 5 runs for them right away. That kind of dampened our little thoughts of how it was going to go. But get the girls, get the bats. I mean, they got a pitcher tonight that obviously throws strikes. I think she's got 220-some strikeouts in the year. So it's kind of, she throws strikes, so why not just swing? Yeah,
exactly. Northfield, of course, undefeated in conference play, so they are a good squad. But like I said, that's why you play the games. And you guys are at home, too. You got to be loving that turf diamond. I just love the way that is. I wish we'd have had that when I was playing.
Yeah, it's definitely nice. It's for maintenance-wise, it's nice, and the girls like it because they can wear their tennis shoes or turf shoes, so it's not just strictly cleats anymore. So it kind of gives them an option what they want to do in case their feet hurt, I suppose.
All right. Well, hey, man, I got to tell you, good luck, and wrapping up the regular season here and heading into section play next week, Tuesday.
Okay, thanks very much.
And, yeah, that's the coach, and we're heading into starting lineups here and getting the game going. The regular season finale here on Power 96 Sports, just minutes away.
Hi, this is Mary from the Seedhouse Garden Center. Adding mulch to your landscape has lots of benefits. Your property looks tidy and you don't have to water or weed as often when you put natural mulch around your trees and shrubs. Mulch is a labor saver in every way. At the Seedhouse Garden Center, buy of 3 cubic wood mulch at $4.99 each and get the 5th bag free. Albert Lea Seedhouse Garden Center, located on West Main in Albert Lea. Dirty hands, dirty knees, cleansed soul.
It's boat show time again, and this year things will look a little different. Hi, this is Josh with Mapleton Marine, and due to the pandemic and COVID restrictions, our annual boat show featuring Crestliner and Sanger boats, South Bay pontoons, and Hewitt and Pure Pleasure docks and lifts will not be happening this year. We are open and ready for business in Mapleton and ready to help you with your summer social distancing. Come see us in Mapleton and don't miss out on all the huge boat show specials going on now. Mapleton Marine on Highway 22 in Mapleton and mapletonmarine.com. After all, life is better on a boat.
Have you been having problems with your dishwasher, stove, washer, or dryer? Call Orrin Mortensen with On-the-Spot Appliance Service. With over 30 years experience, Orrin does repairs for all major household appliances and commercial cooking products, including fryers and grills. On-the-Spot Appliance Service is warranty authorized for most major brands and is a local LG appliance servicer. Don't let your wannabe handyman fix a problem and make it worse. Call Orrin Mortensen with On-the-Spot Appliance Service anytime at 256-8099. Are you considering remodeling or maybe building new? If so, you need to talk to Tate, or you could just ask Josh. They're both professionals, and you can find them at the Geneva Lumberyard just off I-35 in Geneva. The Geneva Lumberyard is your full-service lumberyard and home design and drafting center. For your next project, stop in or call the Geneva Lumber Company at 256-0045 and talk to Tate, or just ask Josh. That's the Geneva Lumber Company, open Monday through Friday to serve you.
Did you know that every 55 square feet of lawn generates enough oxygen for one person for one day? Maybe you're thinking about planting a lawn or doing a little work to get your yard into top shape for the summer. Stop by the Seed House Garden Center and let's talk grass together. From crabgrass prevention to the seed best suited for your site, the Seed House staff knows grass. Don't settle for second best when it comes to the first room in your house, your yard. Albert Lea Seed House Garden Center on West Main in Albert Lea.
Power 96 is looking for camera operators to assist with our live streaming of high school sports. Pay will be on a per-game basis. If you're interested, either call us at 507-373-9600 during regular business hours or email power96@kqprfm.com.
All right, we are here at the Turf Diamond on the Hammer Sports Complex and getting ready to go. It's going to be for Albert Lea, Carissa Nelson in the circle, pitching to a lineup that includes Peyton Fox, senior, shortstop, batting first, and then second in their lineup is Courtney Graff, the sophomore center fielder. Michaela Gerard is a senior second base girl, batting third. Batting fourth is Samantha Noreen, a right field junior. Avery Valek is a senior first base girl. She'll bat fifth. And then Chloe Rozga is a senior catcher, batting sixth. Seventh is Bryn Hostetler, pitching and a senior. Gabby Schmall is a senior third base girl. And Lucy Menson, the sophomore, playing left field, batting ninth. They only have one girl on their bench. Ava Stanchina is a sophomore. But this is a team that is 14-0 in the Big Nine, 17-2 overall, and ranked number 8 in 4A among the big schools. And so they know how to get it done. Have been doing it all year long. And warm-up tosses being taken by Carissa Nelson. Power 96 is 96.1, KQPR FM, Albert Lea, Minnesota. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, one and all, for being along here. The last regular season game of the year. State Farm Insurance Agent Dave Klott on the scoreboard. There's Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill sponsoring strikeouts for Carissa and whoever else pitches for Albert Lea today, as well as On-the-Spot Appliance Service, Albert Lea Seed House, Garden Center, Thompson Sanitation, Geneva Lumber, Mapleton Marine, and special thanks Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, T&W Towing, Northbridge Mall, Derek's Preferred Auto, and Freeborn County Solid Waste. So here we go. Fox coming up to bat here for Northfield Raiders. And the senior shortstop bats left-handed, facing Carissa Nelson, the right-handed pitcher for the Tigers, who come into today 3-11 in the conference, 4-13 overall. The first pitch is a called strike one. And a good start. We got wind howling from behind me. You might hear that in the microphone. I'm trying to block it as much as I. You'd think I have such a big head that it wouldn't. You wouldn't hear the wind, but it does blow pretty good here today from right to left. So right from behind me as I'm on the first base side. There's a 1-1 count now to Fox, and that one bounces in, so 2 balls and 1 strike. Peyton Fox followed by Courtney Graff. Both left-handers. That is to center, and it's going to get past center fielder Jai Malagaya and roll almost to the fence, to the warning track out there, and a stand-up double to start things for Peyton Fox. This crew in Northfield, they are going to be tough. They aren't undefeated for no reason. They can play the game very well, and Elberly's going to be have to be at the top of their game to stay with them here. As the first pitch to Courtney Graff, is sophomore center fielder, strike 1. So a runner on second, nobody out. Top of the first here. That's lifted to left center and goes, it hits the fence, the base of the fence on the fly. That's going to score Fox, and in with the speed of Courtney Graff. Almost a stand-up, but she slid at the end. Triple for Graff. That's an RBI triple. And it's 1-0 as Fox scores from second. That one just kept carrying to left center, and it actually hit the base of the fence on the fly. Now Michaela Gerard, senior second base girl, batting right-handed with a runner at third, and still nobody out here in the top of the first. 1-0 Northfield. That one's low, gets away from catcher Lehman, but not far enough for Graff to try and take home. Still, it should be 1-1 because that one was low. 1-1 to Gerard. That's down third baseline foul. Ball and 2 strikes. And a runner on third with nobody out and a run already in. Northfield scores early and often in all their games. Just going to look and see. There are only 2 losses. Who they were to. They're out of conference, so it must have been these big schools because they found themselves in 4A playing with the big girls like Stillwater leads 4A. They're the number 1 ranked team of the state. Centennial, Elk River, Rosemount, Chanhassen, Forest Lake, Rogers, then Northfield, Bloomington, Jefferson, and White Bear Lake rounding out the top 10 in 4A. And let's bring them up here with a 2-2 count now to Gerard. And the pitch is fouled on the third base line and drifting out of play, and it is. So a long strike there. 2-2 still. See, their only losses as it loads. Second game of the season, they lost 9-2 to Eastview. And then the third game, they lost 1-0 to Chanhassen. Those are the only losses. This one's lifted to short and caught there nicely by Mallory Loring, and that holds the runner at third. So 1 out on a pop to shortstop. A runner still at third with the 1 down and a 1 in, and Samantha Noreen will be up, the junior right fielder. Sammy, they yell out to her. So they opened the year with a 10-0 win over Owatonna, then lost 9-2 to Eastview, 1-0 to Chanhassen, and they've done nothing but win since then. They've had 21-0 over Cass and Manorville, 13-0 over Owatonna, 15-2 over John Marshall. They beat Mankato West. They're the number 1 team in 3A. They beat them 8-1 at West as a ball is thrown by Carissa to make it 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. They have a 14-0, 16-0, 13-0. They don't mess around, man. They have 4 straight shutouts coming into today to the Northfield Raiders. So a tough squad, and they have started out with a quick run here in the first. It's 2-1 to Noreen. With 1 down, runner on third. And that one's hit out to center. It's going to 1-hop center fielder Malagaya, and that scores the run. So a RBI single for Noreen makes it 2-0 as Graff comes in to score. Now a runner on first with 1 out, and Avery Valek, the senior first base girl, is up. Right-handed batter. 5th girl to come up to bat here in the first. And she lifts one way deep into left. That's going to bounce at the base of the fence out there, too. Quickly thrown in there by Jaden Seth to hold her to a long. Well, I guess she got a double there. As Noreen advances to third, Valek is on second with a stand-up double. So second and third, one out, and Chloe Rozga is up as a catcher, senior. And the pitch, laced to center field. That's going to roll all the way to the fence and score two. On her way to second is Rozga, stand-up double. 2 RBI, stand-up double for Chloe, and that makes it 4-0. And they're going to put in a courtesy runner for the catcher, Rozga, at second base, and that is Ava Stanchina, the only bench player left for Northfield. So a runner at second with 1 out, 4 runs in here in the top of the first for Northfield. And Bryn Hostetler, the pitcher, is up. She's batting 7th in the lineup here. It's like a freight train that just keeps rolling here at the first inning. Still only 1 out. That was a pop out to shortstop. First pitch is a ball to Hostetler. Gabby Schmall is up next. Carissa pitches. That one is hit softly to short. Picked up there nicely by Luring over to first for the second out. And then they throw it to Fleek at third base, trying to catch the advancing Rozga, but do not get her. So the 6-3 put out for out number 2 of Hostetler. And now a runner at third with 2 outs. And Gabby Schmall, the 8th batter, to reach the plate here in the first. And a strike 1 to her, 0-1. Lucy Menson is their 9-hitter. Schmall, a senior, third base girl. Wind up with a pitch. Strike 2. Let's see, Carissa, let's put it out. Put them down here on your own. You don't need the defense. Just strike her out. 0-2. 2 down, runner at third. And the pitch is bounced 2 hops to Fleek at third. She throws it across the diamond in time to Maddie Balf for the third out. So a 5-3 put out. And the Northfield Raiders are held to 4 runs in the first. And that might be pretty good for them, the way they've been going lately with 13, 16 to nothing shutouts and things like that. So 4-zip after a half inning of play. And on the State Farm scoreboard, that is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Dave Klott. Where did I put my information for Dave? Oh, here it is. He's got insurance of all kinds, you know, your auto, home, health, life, that kind of stuff, plus investments and State Farm banking also available at 106 South Broadway or online at daveclott.net. Bottom of the first means Tiger batters trying to get back into this game before it gets to be too far down the line. They'll be facing pitcher Bryn Hostetler, and she is, by all accounts, one fine pitcher. She's got a great riser, a great fastball, and some folks are checking her out as far as colleges because she's a senior. John Malagallo will be up first for Albert Lee, the sophomore center fielder. Then Mallory Luring, senior shortstop. Maddie Fleek, senior third base girl, will bat third. Maddie Boff, the sophomore first base girl, is fourth. Phoebe Holst, freshman designated player, will bat fifth. Sixth is Marissa Lehman, the junior catcher. Morgan Luring, sophomore second base girl, is batting seventh. Jaden Seth, senior left fielder, bats eighth. Leah Ravenhorst is the senior right fielder, batting ninth. Carissa pitching and not batting here today. And the first pitch to Malagaya is strike 1 from Hostetler. And that one's on the way, and she's late for swinging on that one. And 0-2 to start out the ball game. Yeah, the coach, Derek Fleet, had only good things to say about Hostetler and her pitching prowess. It's 0-2. to Jai, and there's a ball. Good eye. 1 and 2. Luring on deck. The senior. They lose some good girls here this year from graduation to the Tigers. That's a foul back into the netting. Stays at 1 and 2. Yeah, Mallory Luring and Maddie Fleek, as well as Jaden Seth and Leah Ravenhorst, Carissa Nelson, all graduating. And a swing and a miss by Malagaya to record the first out. It's a strikeout for Hostetler, her first. Scratchy throat for some reason today. Hope I'm not catching anything. But the infield gathers around Hostetler, and they're ready to go now for Mallory Luring, right-handed batting shortstop. She turns to bunt, and it's foul. Third base side, strike one. One up, one down by way of strikeout. Luring now behind 0-1 as the first and third base girls come in looking for the bunt, but she didn't even show at that time, and it was outside anyway for a ball. 1-1. Maddie Fleek on deck for Albert Lee. Schmall at third and Valek at first, keeping an eye on the bunting situation for Mallory. But so far, she's only shown bunt on that first pitch. It's 1-2 now. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike three, and that's 2 up and 2 down, both via the strikeout for Hostetler. And they give each other 5 on every out, or just strikeouts. We'll see. Maddie Fleek up. Senior, third base girl, takes a swing and fouls it into the netting. We are on 96.1 FM and also streaming video and audio worldwide on 3 different platforms, kqprfm.com, our website, our Facebook channel, our Facebook page, KQPR. It's facebook.com/Power96MN. And then as a strike 2 to Fleek, so 0-2. And also on our YouTube channel, youtube.com. Just search on there for Power 96 Softball, and you will find the streaming audio and video. And there's a swing and a miss, and she mowed them down 1, 2, 3, all via the K. Hostetler off to a great start, and the offense as well for Northfield, as after 1 inning, it is 4-0 Raiders here in Albert Lee. And the State Farm scoreboard brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Dave Klott in Albert Lee. For all kinds of insurance, the man's been doing it for a long time, and he will do you right if you call 507-373-2377 and get the ball rolling on some coverage of your own.
Did you know that every 55 square feet of lawn generates enough oxygen for one person for one day? Maybe you're thinking about planting a lawn or doing a little work to get your yard into top shape for the summer. Stop by the Seed House Garden Center and let's talk grass together. From crabgrass prevention to the seed best suited for your site, the Seed House staff knows grass. Don't settle for second best when it comes to the first room in your house, your yard. Albert Lee Seed House Garden Center on West Main in Albert Lee.
Carissa Nelson out, taking her warm-up tosses here for the start of the second inning from the turf diamond here, Hammer Sports Complex. The wind is really howling out there from right to left. So anybody pulling it down that third base side could get one up in the air. The wind will do a lot of work for you to try and carry that thing. First pitch to the leadoff batter here in the second inning, which is the 9-hitter, Lucy Menson, sophomore left fielder, is... Now second pitch is popped up to the first base side and caught nicely by Maddie Balf. She's got a lot of sun in their eyes out here tonight, or this afternoon. But the first one up and one down here in the second for Northfield on a pop to first. And that brings up the top of the order, Peyton Fox. Peyton had a single and scored. I think she actually doubled and scored. It was a double and a triple to start the game. And they got 4 runs, another couple of doubles later in the inning. It's now
Catcher Lehman chasing the ball back to the backstop. 1 out, nobody on. So 1-1 count to Peyton Fox. This team has some, that one gets skips by Lehman as well. Seniors on this team, Peyton Fox, there's Michaela Gerard, there's Avery Valek, Chloe Rozga, 4, Bryn Hostetler the 5th, Gabby Schmall the 6th senior. So they lose a lot too, off of a team that's ranked 8th in 4A in the state of Minnesota. Softball action here this afternoon. It's 2-1 now to Fox. With 1 out and nobody on. Top of the second, 4-0 Northfield lead. And wind and fire from Carissa Nelson. And it's a walk. A base on balls, her first. So we'll run her on first now with 1 down, and it's Courtney Graff. She tripled her first time up. RBI triple. And she sends another one right through the first and second base girls and into center field. And a stand-up double, which moves runner Fox on to third. Second and third and 1 out. Well, she's going to be hitting for the cycle. You know, the triple's the toughest part of the cycle. She got that their first time up. Now she's got a double. She just needs a single and a home run to complete the cycle. Michaela Gerard is up, senior second base girl, with 1 out and runners in scoring position at second and third. And a wind and fire by Nelson is ball 1. Carissa looking in, winds and fires. That one is hit right past the shortstop and into center field and past Malgaya out there to the fence. Scores the 2 runs and on her way to third and sliding in safely. The ball gets away from Fleek and she's going to score from third on the overthrow there at third. That got away from Fleek. So Gerard's going to be credited with a triple and then she'll score on the throw there. She ends up with 3 RBIs on the hit and makes it 7-0 Northfield. Top of the second, still 1 out, and Samantha Noreen is up, junior right fielder. Last time up, she had an RBI, single. Pitch outside, 1-0. Nelson looks in and rocks and fires. Low for a ball. The 2-0 is a strike. So 2-1. 3-1. 3-1. The scoreboard a little behind. It says 0-1. That one is nubbed off the end of the bat and chasing it down, shortstop Mallory Luring on a little pop to second base that the shortstop grabs. Ends up being a little P6 for out number 2. Well, it's up to Avery Valek, the senior first base girl. She doubled first time up. And when they scored 4 in the first, they've got 3 here in the second. It's 7-0. 2 down, nobody on now for Northfield. Strike 1 to Valek. Wind and fire. That one is laced between third and short into left field, and a single for Valek. Keeps the inning going for the Raiders. She's 2 for 2. Now Chloe Rozga, who had a 2 RBI double. Chloe catches, batting left-handed. I guess it's Rozga, R-O-Z-G-A. First pitch to her, a ball, 1-0. 7-zip, second inning. Rozga fouled on the first baseline. It's going to be a 1-2 count. 2 down, runner at first is now Valek. Rozga up here. If she reaches, Hostetler will bat. And that's ball two. 2-2. What is 2-1? That is a liner to second, caught. Nice grab there by Morgan Luring to end the inning. And Rozga is out on a line drive to second. That ends the inning with only 3 runs scored. They had 4 in the first, 3 in the second. And after an inning and a half, 7-zip Northfield. And the State Farm scoreboard brought to you by Dave Clott and Albert Lee. Call 373-2377. Not only does he handle insurance needs, but he'll handle your investments as well. And State Farm has a bank. State Farm Banking is handled by Dave Clott as well at 106 South Broadway or online at daveclott.net. So coming up here for the Tigers, the 4-5-6 hitters after a 1-2-3 first for Raider pitcher Bryn Hostetler. And she's mowed them down all with strikeouts. Maddie Balf is hitting fourth. She'll lead off here in the second. Phoebe Holst, the designated player, a freshman, will bat second, and Marissa Lehman bats third, the junior catcher. As warm-up tosses are being taken by Hostetler. Quite the pitching prospect, with proving that in the first inning. I think she threw, let me see, I have 3, 6, 7, 8, so 11 pitches, 3 strikeouts, 1, 2, 3. They went down. Let's see if we can get the bats working here in the second for the Tigers as the warm-up tosses are done. And Maddie Balf will step in. Batting right-handed. Wind is howling from right to left. Get one up in the air, Maddie. Pull it down the line and see how far it goes, because that wind is pretty stiff out there today. First pitch to Maddie is a ball, 1-0. 7-0, Northfield up after an inning and a half. So the Tigers got to get on their horse and start scoring some runs here, get back in this ball game. 2-0 now to Balf. With Lehman on deck, Holst on deck, and Lehman to follow. And that's a strike called to make it a 2-1 count to Maddie. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hostetler fires. Boy, she's got a fast fastball. That thing is moving. Fouled back and out of play by Balf, and it's 2-2. Sunshiny day. Who'd have thunk that with the weather yesterday and this morning? Clearing up around 10, 11. But now the sun is really shining. A lot of blue sky here. Swing and a miss for Maddie, and that is strikeout number 4. 4 up and 4 down for Hostetler, all by strikeout. Phoebe Holst trying to break up that party. Freshman designated player. Stands deep in the box. Swing and a miss. A little late on that one. 0-1. Marissa Lehman on deck. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Holst steps in. She stands at the back end of the batter's box on the right side. She swings and misses at that one. Strikeout number 5. And Marissa Lehman will come up. 5 up, 5 down, all by strikeouts for Bryn Hostetler. And he's starting to see why she is being looked at by some colleges. There's a swing and a miss by Lehman. 0-1. Overpowering fastball. Most of these swings are way late. And you almost have to swing right when she lets go of it. Strike 2 is called. It's 0-2, and apparently they have 2 pitchers that are probably would be number 1 pitchers on most clubs. according to Derek Fleek. That one got away from Hostetler and went high and into the backstop netting. A ball and 2 strikes now to Lehman. 2 down, nobody on. Bottom of the second. 7-0 Northfield. Here's the pitch, and way out in front of that one was Lehman, and a swing and a miss for the 3rd out. 2 1-2 3 innings for Bryn Hostetler, and 6 up and 6 down, all by strikeout, as she is mowing through the order here in the early going. 7-0 after 2 complete on the State Farm scoreboard, which is brought to you by insurance agent Dave Klott of Albert Lee. For insurance of all kinds, give him a call, 507-373-2377. And he'll hook you up with some great insurance, great coverage.
It's boat show time again, and this year things will look a little different. Hi, this is Josh with Mapleton Marine, and due to the pandemic and COVID restrictions, our annual boat show featuring Crestliner and Sanger boats, South Bay pontoons, and Hewitt and Pure Pleasure docks and lifts will not be happening this year. We are open and ready for business in Mapleton and ready to help you with your summer social distancing. Come see us in Mapleton and don't miss out on all the huge boat show specials going on now. Mapleton Marine on Highway 22 in Mapleton and mapletonmarine.com. After all, life is better on a boat.
Have you been having problems with your dishwasher, stove, washer, or dryer? Call Orrin Mortensen with On the Spot Appliance Service. With over 30 years experience, Orrin does repairs for all major household appliances and commercial cooking products, including fryers and grills. On the Spot Appliance Service is warranty authorized for most major brands and is a local LG appliance servicer. Don't let your wannabe handyman fix a problem and make it worse. Call Orrin Mortensen with On the Spot Appliance Service anytime at 256-8099.
Well, it'll be 7, 8, and 9 going against Carissa Nelson here in the 3rd, with Bryn Hostetler, pitcher against pitcher, and then Gabby Schmall and Lucy Minson to follow, as they are completing their 2nd time around the order here, leading 7-0 Northfield here at the top of the 3rd over the Tigers. Last game of the regular season, then they'll seed this section, and we'll have, well, a schedule to have games Tuesday and Thursday. And they're all starting at 4 o'clock Tuesday. We just don't know who or where they're going to be playing for Albert Lee. I would imagine they'll be on the road because it's a high seed first round or 2. And they are near the bottom at 3 and 11. 4 and 13 overall. 1-1 now. Strike 2 is called. 1-2 to Hostetler. Ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch is lifted to center. Camping under it, Malagai. No, she went over her head, and she does chase it down and holds Hostetler to a stand-up double. It's like the 4th double in the game for these Raiders. Yep, 4th double. They've got 2 triples, 4 doubles, and 2 singles, and a base on balls. So they have filled the base paths with runners and scored 7 times in the first 2 innings. 0-1 now for Carissa Nelson as she gets ahead of Schmall here, the 8 hitter in the lineup for the Raiders. Runner on second and nobody out. And that's strike 2. Nelson still looking for her first strikeout here in the 3rd. Been a good start, good place to get it right here. And the pitch is high for a ball. 1-2. Defensively for Albert Lee, they have Nelson pitching, Marissa Lehman catching, Maddie Fleeks at 3rd, Mallory luring at short, Morgan luring at 2nd. This one's out to left and chasing it down and right on the line. Jaden Seth makes the grab. Tagging up and moving to 3rd is Hostetler. They've got speed. They can hit. They can throw. They can pitch. And there's not much wrong with this Raiders club, as there's now 1 out. Schmall flying out to left field for the first out. Runner on 3rd is Hostetler, and now Lucy Minson, sophomore left fielder. She popped out to first base her first time up. The 9-hitter in the lineup. So Jaden Seth out in left, John Malagai in center, and Leah Ravenhorst in right field. Maddie Balf playing first. I think I missed her. That's the defensive lineup for the Tigers. 1-1 now with 1 out to Lucy Minson A grounder to third. She looks the runner back, does fleek, and then throws over to Belf for the out. Nice lead on. I'm impressed with Maddie Fleek at third base. Maddie Belf, too, at first. They seem to do a lot of 5-3 putouts. They have in the games that we've done anyway. So 2 down now, the runner at third. And lefty leadoff hitter Peyton Fox is up. She has doubled and walked, and this is going to go out of here to right field, over the fence, and a 2-run shot, scoring Hostetler in front of her. So a big home run. You don't see that too much in the softball, but we saw it here. A 2-run shot, 2 RBIs for her. And it's 9-0 Northfield. And here's Courtney Graff. She tripled and doubled. And this time up, ball 1 for first pitch to her. 2 down still. So just need to get it out and then get the bats going here for Tigers. That one's high for ball 2, 2-0. Courtney Graff, just a sophomore, starting this game with RBI triple and followed that up with a double last inning. She's been up each of the first 3 innings here. She's got nobody on right now, but 2 down and 3-0 count to her. And that one's high. 4 in a row out of the strike zone. She takes her base. Michaela Gerard comes up. The senior second base girl. She had a 3 RBI triple last inning. Actually, one of the RBIs was herself. She got knocked in there on the throw to third. Was a little bit off, and she was able to gain the home plate. This one is short left field, and it's going to bounce in front of, say, Jaden Seth, and a base hit. And the runner goes from first to third. Graff was moving on with 2 outs, and she makes it all the way to third. Gerard's on first. The runner's at the corners, 2 down. Samantha Noreen is up. She had an RBI single in the first and popped out to shortstop her second time up. So runners at the corners, 2 down. 2 runs in this inning, 9 in the game for Northfield. It's 9-zip, top of the third. This is quite the squad, ranked 8th in Class 4A are the Northfield Raiders. Samantha with ball 1 to her. Digging in the right side of the plate. She smokes one, but that's fouled on the third baseline. 1-1. They can hit up and down this order. They've had, well, the 7, 8, 9 hitters have 1 hit among them. So they do tail off there, but these first 6, whew, doubles and triples and homers all over the place. 2-1. Now to Noreen, a junior right fielder. And also third baseline. She's a little early on these and pulling them out down the third base side, not a play. Makes it a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Carissa Nelson bearing down on that 2-2 count, and that's ball 3, and they throw down to Fleek trying to catch Graff off balance there, but she got back in time. Full count now to Noreen at 3-2. And Nelson rocks and fires, and that's fouled back behind the plate, not a play. Oh, hits the concession stand or something back there. Something metal got hit. Still 3-2. Noreen ready to go. Nelson ready to pitch it. 3-2 count is fouled again, third base side. She's been early on all those. Just needs to hold off for another half a count. But, I mean, she's not fouled by a little. She's fouled by a lot on those. So she's way early. And this one is fouled out of play behind the plate. Running out of softballs with Noreen up there. She's fouled off about 6 of them. Red's almost got one. The pail of softballs is getting empty. Another one foul behind the plate. This one might be playable, and it's Ooh, not caught by catcher Lehman. We got to get hit of the heel of her glove there. There's a lot for a catcher to do to try and catch a foul ball. So I always am very careful about saying it's an error for the catcher. If you've never done it, you don't know. And it's got to be real easy for me to call it an error, so that was not. But this one was hit right back to pitcher Nelson, and she fired it over to first, not in time. The run scores, so it's 10-0 as Graff comes in. From second to third goes Gerard, and that was Noreen who reaches on a single, an infield single, and an RBI. Her second RBI of the game. 10-0, 2 down still. Albert Lee's had 2 down for a while now. The second and third batters were outs. And then a home run and a walk and a single and 2 singles in a row. And now here we go again. One right up the middle. It's going to score another run, make it 11-0. For Valek, an RBI single. And we are at 11-0 with 2 down, runners at first and second, and they've batted around. Chloe Rozga, the senior catcher, makes it the 9th batter of the inning. And let's get this one out here. Tigers, let's go. That one's low, ball 1. Rozga has a 2 RBI double in the first inning, and then she lined out to second base last time up last inning. She sends one to center field, deep, and it's going to be over the head of John Malagaya out there, but she catches it off carom off the fence and gets it in. But it's an RBI double, 2 RBI double. It's 13-0 now as Gerard scores. And Stanchina is going to come in to pinch run for Rozga, the catcher, at second base. 4 RBI for Rozga tonight. It's 13-0. On to third. Then goes pinch runner Stanchina on the wild pitch that it gets by Lehman. Scored 6 times here in the third. That one's right past Fleek at third. Well, they don't hit them softly much. They just crush these balls as it goes to left field that time and scores another run. 14-0. As Hostetler gets an RBI and stands at first with her second hit of the game. First RBI for her. 8-hitter Gabby Schmall is up. She's 0 for 2 with a grounder to third and a fly out to left. This one is lifted foul. It's going to go out of play, off the fence, as Lehman gave chase, but that was quickly in the netting and then hit the ground for strike 1. 1-1. 11th batter this inning. 14-0. The rule, 15-0 rule, is after 3 innings, and we are in the third. So if they score another one, Albert Lee's going to have to score to try and get it under 15 in order for the game to continue. A 15-run rule, 3 innings, and then the 10-run rule is after 5. And that one is a ball, 2-2. 2-2 to Schmall. 7 runs this inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The top 7 batters in the lineup have scored here in this inning. And to think, Albert Lee had 2 quick outs after the first 3 batters. That one's to left, and it's going to bounce in front of Seth. And that will score that 15th run on a stand-up double by Schmall. RBI. And the 15th run. 15-0, and still 2 outs. Runner on second, and 9-hitter Lucy Menson. Nope, they got Stanchina going to bat now for Menson. So she's pinch run a couple of times, and now she'll bat. Sophomore. as the umpire has to record that. Change. 2 down. Seems like it's been 2 down forever, and it has been, because Hostetler led off the inning with a double. Then it was a fly out to left for the first out, and then a 5-3 put out for the second out. And this one's going to be another 5-3, but it was not in time, as that one skipped over to Balf, and safe all around. Going to third on the play was Schmall. And Menson is on at, or rather Stanchina on at first, pinch hitting. So first and third, 2 outs, top of the order now, and Peyton Fox. Peyton has a double and scored, walked and scored, and a 2-run home run in the third. This one is to second, and a nice play attempted there by Morgan Luring, but that was a hot shot, and she overran it a little bit. So an infield single by Peyton Fox. Scores the run, 16 zip, and they're going to talk it over on the in the circle there. The infield anyway, getting together. Still with 2 outs, and Courtney Graff is due up with Fox at first. And Stanchina's at second. First and second. 2 outs. This is the 14th batter of the inning. That one's outside low for a ball to Graff. Courtney has a triple, an RBI triple and a run scored, a double and a run scored, and a walk and a run scored. As the 2-hitter in the lineup here for the Raiders. Called strike 1 and makes it 1-1. Michaela Gerard will be on deck here. She will be able to bat if, in fact, Graff gets on. And that one is blasted to left center and hits the fence. Grabbed there by Seth and thrown in, but the 1-run scores. That'll be Stanchina scoring to make it 17-0. On to third. From first to third goes Peyton Fox. And Graff is on at second base with a double RBI. 17 zip here in the top of the third. Michaela Gerard, number 88. You don't often see an 88, but she's got that, and she plays second base. She popped out to shortstop her first time up, and then a 3 RBI triple, just fouled down the third base line, and then a single last time. Scored 2 runs so far, and count to her is 0-2 with 2 down and 10 runs in here in the third, making it 17-0. And if they can get this out here, Albert Lee's going to have to score 3 runs just to keep the game going. Here's the pitch from Nelson. That's high for a ball, 1-2. Runners now at second and third for Northfield. It's been a long inning out in the field for the Tigers. And that's a ball. They are hitting it where they ain't. It's not like there's a lot of misplayed things. Albert Lee gets the ball. They throw it in nice. They go to the right cutoff person. They've been doing all right that way. It's just this Northfield team is really talented. They're hitting it where nobody is. 3-run homers and triples and doubles. And there's a pop-up finally caught there for the third out by Mallory Luring on a pop to short. And it is 17 zip after 2.5. With Albert Lee coming to bat here in the bottom of the third, needing to score 3 runs to keep the game going. The State Farm scoreboard brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Dave Klott of Albert Lee. He's right downtown at 106 South Broadway. Online, daveclott.net. And you can see him for not only insurance, but investments and State Farm banking as well.
Are you considering remodeling or maybe building new? If so, you need to talk to Tate, or you could just ask Josh. They're both professionals, and you can find them at the Geneva Lumberyard just off I-35 in Geneva. The Geneva Lumberyard is your full-service lumberyard and home design and drafting center. For your next project, stop in or call the Geneva Lumber Company at 256-0045 and talk to Tate, or just ask Josh. That's the Geneva Lumber Company, open Monday through Friday to serve you.
Are you paying too much for garbage collection? Call Thompson Sanitation today at 256-4370. You'll learn why to make the switch. Thompson Sanitation is locally owned, keeping your money in our local community. They offer garbage disposal and roll-off service with competitive prices and the best service around, too. And it's so easy to change. Start your service today. No BS with TS. Call 256-4370 to get the best service at the best prices in the area. Thompson Sanitation. Be loyal. Shop local.
And we're back here for the bottom of the third for Albert Lee. And a swing and a miss at the first offering for Morgan Luring. Her first time up. As it's been 6 up and 6 down for the Tigers. And Bryn Hostetler continues pitching for the Raiders. She's got 6 outs, all by strikeout. It's 0-2. And got a piece of that one, did Luring. So she'll stay up there with an 0-2 count. Albert Lee's going to get 3 runs here, or it's a 15-run rule. As they trail 17-0. Scoreboard says top of the fourth, but it's bottom of the third. And there's the swing and a miss. Out number 1, the 7th strikeout for Hostetler. 7 up and 7 down. Working on a 3-inning, 15-run no-hitter. Jaden Seth, her first at bat. Senior left fielder. 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 10 runs in that third inning for Northfield. As they're pitching a shutout here with strike 1 to Seth. That one's high and gets by catcher Chloe Rozga. 1-1 to Jaden with Leah Ravenhorst on deck. 7, 8, 9 hitters trying to get something going here. They gotta, or it's over early, real early. Swing and a miss. 1-2. There's no denying the talent in this Northfield team. Boy, they can hit, they can pitch, they can field, they can throw, they can do everything. They got speed. No wonder they only need 1 player off the bench. That's a ball, 2-2. Well, if they're only ranked 8th, I hate to see the other 7 teams in Class 4A. If they're only 8th in the state. And that one, another strikeout. 8 up and 8 down, all via the strikeout for Hostetler. They're 1 out away from closing this one out on a 15-run rule. And it's up to Leah Ravenhorst. The senior right fielder steps in, and the first pitch is a called strike. From Bryn Hostetler, has hardly thrown a lot of pitches. It was like 11 in the first inning. 5, 10, 14 in the second inning. So she's probably right around 35 pitches with a 1-1 count now to Ravenhorst. That one is a called strike on that outside corner. 1-2 now. And down to the last strike for Leah in a third straight 1-2-3 inning. And the pitch, swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that is 3 1-2-3 innings in a row. 9 up, 9 down, all by strikeout from Bryn Hostetler. And nicely played game by this Raiders ball club. And that, I think, is a 15-run row, right? I don't know. Let's see if they continue. It looks like they're going to come out for the fourth, but I mean, it's 17 zip. It's supposed to be done. So I guess they will continue. All right. I did not know. I thought they quit after 3 when it was 15 or more. So they've got Nelson coming out here for the fourth inning. And taking the warm-ups. As due up for the Raiders would be Samantha Noreen with Avery Valek and Chloe Rozga. The 4-5-6 hitters. Top of the fourth, 17-zip Northfield. Maybe it's just a long bus ride and they wanted to play a little bit more. But normally, the 15-run rule comes after 3 innings. as long as the team that's behind gets an even at bat, and they just did that, completing the third. I know the 10-run rule is after 5. We're in the top of the fourth. As Carissa Nelson ready to go here. And she rocks and fires. That one is fouled, third base side over the dugout, not a play for Noreen, who has 2 singles and a pop out to short. 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored for Samantha. Strike one to her. And that one is ripped to left and foul. A long foul for 0-2 start for Noreen. Samantha, or rather Carissa Nelson, and pitches to Samantha. That is up the middle, just out of reach. It's like they do that all the time, just out of reach of the Tiger fielders. And another base hit. Avery Valek is on now, or up now, with a runner on first and nobody out. Avery doubled and scored in the first, singled in the second, singled with an RBI and scored in the third. Nelson in the circle, ready to go to right-handed batter Valek. Strike is called. It's 1-1. No, it's 0-2. 0-2 to Avery. And the pitch. Woo. Third base coach almost took one on the chin there. He's got some good dance moves. And that one's out of play for a strike. 0-2 still to Avery Valek. Good thing he was paying attention, because that could have taken his face off right there. 0-2, and fouled at the plate, out of play, on the plate, and then out of play. Still 0-2. Nelson with the 0-2 count, rocks and fires. Now it's another one, fouled, out of play behind home. 0-2. Nobody out. Runner on first. 17-0 Northfield. Top of the fourth. And it's fouled third base side. Not a play. Still 0-2. Fleek's got to chase that one down from her third base position, because it's they're running out of balls there. And she chases that one down, and now Carissa has the ball with the 0-2 again. That is down the third baseline, right past the diving Maddie Fleek and into left field for another base hit. So first and second now with nobody out. And Chloe Rozga, the senior catcher, is up. She's doubled twice with 4 RBIs and a run scored. 2 for 3 for Chloe. And the pitch is low for ball 1. The 1-0 is on the way. That is down the first base line. Foul. Just got to the bag, foul there, as Balf was able to grab it there. Nice play. But it was just foul. So 1-1. 2-1 now. Rozga wears the number 77. They have an 88, a 77, and a 40. A lot of big numbers on the jerseys of these Northfield Raiders. 2-2 now to Rozga, with Bryn Hostetler on deck. And the pitch is outside. That makes it a full count at 3-2. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Top of the fourth, 17-0 Northfield. And the pitch is hit in the air to right. I can't see it. Looks like it landed in the corner perfectly because a run scores. That would be Noreen with the 18th run of the game. On the way to third is Valak, and at second with a stand-up RBI double was Rozga with her 5th RBI of the day. Bryn Hostetler comes up with runners at second and third and nobody out. That one's just past a diving shortstop, Mallory luring it into left, scoring another run as Valak comes in. Rozga goes to third. On at first is Hostetler with an RBI single. And Gabby Schmall is up. She is 1 for 2. RBI double last time up. Now she laces one down that third base line right past a diving Maddie Fleek with another RBI single for Gabby Schmall. As Rozga scores. Now it's first and second with Stanchina up, the 9-hitter. She's got a base hit right over the head of Mallory luring at short. And that loads them up. They were at second and third. Now, let's see, we got Hostetler at third, Schmall at second, Stanchina at first. Bases are loaded for leadoff hitter Peyton Fox. Still nobody out here, and it's 20-0 in the top of the fourth. I got to sneeze. Too much sunshine there. 20 zip, top of 4. Nobody out and bases loaded. The wind has died down a little bit here. It's not howling at my back anymore. And the sun has been beaten down all through the game, which feels good. This one is lifted right past second base and into shallow center for a base hit. And another run scores. Stanchina with, that was Fox with an RBI single. And everybody moves up a base. Schmall to third. Stanchina to second. Fox is on first. Courtney Graff is up. Nobody out. 21 zip, top of the fourth. And again, looks like they're going to bat around. This is batter number 8 of the inning. Left-handed center fielder, sophomore Courtney Graff with a triple, a double, a walk, and a double. 3 runs scored and 2 RBIs on the day. 21 zip. It's a little late for the rally cap there, Reg. I can try it, but this one is off the foot or leg of Nelson in the circle there. She looks like she's all right, but that was a shot right back to the circle and bounced off of her. They'll check her out here. But everybody advances again to make it 22-0. As Schmall will score. Stanchina goes to third. Second, Fox there, and Graff will be at first. With Michaela Gerard up, the ninth batter to step to the plate this inning. They batted around last inning. 10, 11, 13, 14. They had 15 batters last inning in scoring 10 runs. Still talking to Carissa. She looks like she wants to stay out there, but they're talking. It was a hot shot right off her, she looked like shin. And they bumped knuckles. And it's the upper leg then, thigh area. So she's going to stay in. It's 22 zip, top of 4. Nobody out, bases loaded. And Michaela Gerard is up. And the pitch is called strike 1. On a riser there by Carissa. Nelson winds and fires. That one is hit to center right at Jai Melegaya. She catches it for the first out of the inning. And nobody advances. On the fly to center. One down. 10th batter up this inning is Samantha Noreen. She started things with a single and scored. She's also got 2 other singles and 2 other runs scored and 2 RBIs on the night. 22-0. This one's lifted straight up in the air. And Lehman goes back and grabs it for out number 2. Great job by the catcher, Marissa Lehman. And there's 2 down. Little pop to catcher. And now Avery Valek with 2 down and the bases loaded. 5 runs in this inning. 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 10 in the third, 5 in the fourth, and it's 22-0. There's a swing and a miss by Valek on a nice fastball there from Carissa. Nelson ahead, 0-1. Pumps and fires, and that one's low and inside for a ball, 1-1. Northfield 14-0 on the Big Nine. They're going to win the conference outright already. 17-2 overall. Ranked 8th in 4A. And they have had the Tigers numbered here today. Already 3-11, 4-13 overall. There's a base hit, or rather a grounder to short. And it ends up being a base hit, infield hit, as everybody moves up a bag. And Valek has another RBI. So Stanchina scores, makes it 23-0. On to third is Fox. On to second is Graff. And up next is Chloe Rozga with the bases still loaded. She lifts one to left, right center, and it bounces at the base of the fence. A run scores, 2 runs score to make it 25-0. As Power 96 is 96.1 KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota. 25 zip. 2 down here in the fourth. As that one is to center in the air, caught by Malagaya for the 3rd out. And they got 8 that inning. So they get 25-0 after 3.5 on a fly to center to end that one. And it's getting ridiculous with the runs. I'm already in the 6th inning recording their at-bats, and they've only played, they've only been up 4 innings worth. So we skip to the bottom of the 4th, and Albert Lee coming up here on the scoreboard, 25-0. State Farm scoreboard brought to you by Dave Klott, agent in Albert Lee. And any kind of insurance you want, home, auto, life, health, it's all there for you. 373-2377 with Dave in downtown Albert Lee.
Did you know that every tree absorbs 48 pounds of CO2 annually? Or that a well-placed tree can keep your car or your house cooler, saving you hundreds to thousands of dollars over the life of the tree? Stop by the Seed House Garden Center and let's talk trees. The trees you'll find at the Seed House are hardy for Minnesota and Iowa. Shade trees, fruit trees, decorative trees. When you plant a tree, you're making an investment with a high rate of return. Albert Lee Seed House Garden Center on West Main in Albert Lee.
Have you been having problems with your dishwasher, stove, washer, or dryer? Call Orrin Mortensen with On the Spot Appliance Service. With over 30 years experience, Orrin does repairs for all major household appliances and commercial cooking products, including fryers and grills. On the Spot Appliance Service is warranty authorized for most major brands and is a local LG appliance servicer. Don't let your wannabe handyman fix a problem and make it worse. Call Orrin Mortensen with On the Spot Appliance Service anytime at 256-8099.
Thanks to our sports boosters on the Spot Appliance Service, Albert Lee Seed House Garden Center, Townsend Sanitation, Geneva Lumber Company, Mapleton Marine, as well as Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, Freeborn County Solid Waste, Derek's Preferred Auto, Northbridge Mall, T&W Towing, State Farm Insurance Agent Dave Klott, and Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill. As we start the bottom of the 4th here with Albert Lee batting and trailing 25-0. And the top of the order again, Jai Malagaya, Now with a 1-1 count to her. Little bunt down the first baseline, and she is thrown out there on a nice job covering by the second base girl. So a 3-4 put out at first to get Jai with the first out of the fourth inning. Mallory luring up. Maddie Fleek due up after that. Ooh, hesitation at the plate by Mallory, and then ended up swinging a little bit late on that one for strike one. 25 zip, bottom of 4. Northfield on their way to a number 1 seed in their section. If they're not, there's somebody did something wrong. The seeding process. Albert Lee, we'll see what they end up with. I would imagine they're on the road, though, to open the sections on Tuesday at 4. Just a matter of where they will end up playing. It's a double elim, too. They'll play Tuesday and Thursday, for sure. It's 0-2 now to Luring, but that was the first out that was not a strikeout by Malagaya there on the 3-4 put out on a bunt. Luring strikes out for out number 2. 10 strikeouts now for Hostetler. The first 9 she faced all struck out. And now Maddie Fleek struck out in the first as well, and it's 2 down, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th of a 25-0 Northfield lead over Albert Lee. Ball 1 to Fleek. And that one is fouled straight back into the screen, 1-1. Bryn Hostetler. I didn't get a chance to talk to their coach, but I should have seen what colleges are interested in her. She's a senior, and she throws fire, that's for sure. 2-1. And the pitch swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Maddie Fleek. If she reaches, Maddie Balf will be up. Still no hits given up. Just a bunt that was not successful, other than all the strikeouts. So now Maddie strikes out here to end the 4th. And another 1-2-3 inning. 11 strikeouts. And they will call it a game. Maybe it's a 15-run 4 innings. I always thought it was the 3 innings, but they played 4 here, and they're going to call it a game as no hit through 4 innings for Bryn Hostetler, with 11 of the 12 outs by strikeout. And, of course, they scored 25 of their own. So 25 zip is your final here. And, again, thanks to our sports boosters. Can't do any of these games without you, and that includes State Farm Insurance Agent Dave Klott, Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill, South Broadway, Albert Lee, as well as Mapleton Marine, Geneva Lumber, Thompson Sanitation, Albert Lee Seed House Garden Center, On the Spot Appliance Service, Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, Freeborn County Solid Waste, Derek's Preferred Auto, Northbridge Mall, and T&W Towing. We start section play tomorrow here, although it's at Hike Field, though, with Albert Lee taking on Winona in the Section 1 Class 3A play here. Double elimination tournament starts. 1 o'clock is the start time, and we'll have ourselves on the air from Hike Field tomorrow afternoon. And I'm Jay Paul. Thanks to Reg for running things here. And we'll talk to you again, like I said, 1 o'clock tomorrow for the boys as they start section play here on Power 96 Sports.